Oh, stop it. Hello, I'm Penny.
Hello, I'm Anton. This is what you do.
Hello, I wanted to call this video Not All Hairy Legs and Lentils. I was told I couldn't because yoga had moved on since then.
Which is true, because even though yoga's thousands of years old, it's very relevant to modern day living and very productive in counteracting the stresses and strains of modern day life.
My life has been revolutionised by yoga. In fact, ever since I've started doing it, people say how well I look and they think I've lost weight. I haven't. I just stand better and I feel better. I think yoga's like that bit in the morning when you get up and you stretch like that and it feels blissful and you get an hour or an hour and a half of that.
So yoga comes from an ancient word which means union, or to yoke together. So what yoga brings is union of mind, body and spirit. And it's a very powerful system of stretching and breathing and realigning the body.
It is totally yummy. We might not look like we're enjoying it when we're doing it, but that's because we're concentrating.
So this is an introduction to power yoga, and it's based on the Ashtanga Vinyasa primary series.
It's a sequence of postures that you have to follow, and each one opens up the body ready for the next one. The nice thing about yoga is that you can do it no matter how old you are, how flexible you are, what shape you're in, or your ability.
Yeah, and it's very important to realise that yoga is not a competitive sport. It's about gently challenging yourself, learning to work within your limits, and if you practice this regularly, you will improve. Your flexibility and strength will improve.
Now, you might notice in the video that Anton and I aren't always doing exactly the same thing. That's because you can use modifications. You can also use implements.
Ah, that's a very useful belt.
It is. Haven't you got one?
I think I have. Thank you. Okay.
So you can do things like, for example, on one of the postures, let me just get myself sorted here. You can do that to pull yourself down.
Yeah, and when you find that you can't make the connection behind the body or bringing the hands together, just bring a belt in, connect with the belt, and just work there and relax there.
You could also use a scarf.
Anything that allows you to reach and get a grip.
Now I think it might be time for the Darth Vader bit. Over to you, Anton.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the heart and the core of the yoga practice, and it's the breathing, okay? We're going to breathe in a very particular way, and you're going to get used to this breathing because you're going to hear a lot of it during this video.
Sounds a bit ridiculous, but there is a point to it.
Yeah, it does sound a bit silly at first, but you will get used to it. So let's talk Ujjayi breathing. Ujjayi breathing is a way of listening to your breathing. Okay, it's about cultivating or creating a sound here in the throat. So the breath is drawn through the nostrils, but it registers here in the throat. Okay, now the easiest way to first of all make that sound is to make a ha sound by sighing in and out with the mouth open. So you sigh in, you sigh out. Now that's the sound that you're trying to make. But you're going to make that sound with the mouth closed. So you sigh in and out 3 times with the mouth open with me, then close your mouth and carry on trying to make that noise.
know it does sound a bit idiotic, but there is a really good reason for keeping that going throughout the entire lesson.
And remember that you will forget to breathe like that, but there are lots of reminders that bring the breath back to your focus. Remember that the breathing is the most important focus throughout the practice, and that it builds the heat and allows us to unlock the body, okay?
So you get into a posture a bit easier.
A lot easier.